Hello everyone and welcome to this introduction on SAP Business One. My name is Richard Gaughan and I am a pre-sales consultant with Milner Browne. So just before we begin, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of who we are. We are an SAP Gold partner. We only deal with SAP Business One exclusively. We don't look after any other software. We just deal with that exclusively. We have a staff of 105 people approximately, and we have offices around the Republic of Ireland, England, Scotland, and also an office in the Netherlands. So what is it that we do? We implement SAP Business One across a wide range of industries, from anything from manufacturing, retail, finance, the services industry, to wholesale and distribution. So let's get in and have a look at the software. Okay, so when we log into SAP Business One, this is the view we have. So this is the cockpit, and also worth a mention is this version of SAP Business One is the version for SAP HANA. We also have a version for Microsoft SQL Server, which has a slightly different user interface. This interface is the Fiori interface, and there's a few changes. So it's worthwhile pointing out what some of these differences are. For a start, in the SAP version for HANA, we have these tiles. So these tiles can be configured by user, and most of the tiles that you see here in front of me come out of the system as standard. There's no configuration required. It's simply a case of selecting which ones that you would like to see. So for example, a finance user can go and look at some financial cards or graphs that are relevant to them, whereas somebody who's working in a service department, for example, may decide that they want to see something which relates to the service module. To go and edit these is really simple to go and do. I simply go and click edit here. If I wish to go and add a new tile to the screen, I click on the add icon, and then I'm presented with a bunch of tiles that exist in the system as standard. So for example here I can look at a graph on sales orders. I want to go and add that one to my screen, and I can go further down here and I can choose, for example, I might want to go and have a look at stock status. When I've decided which ones it is I want to see, simply back up to the top of the screen, go back into the edit mode, and we'll just wait for a moment for that to add these tiles to the screen. And now I can begin to move these dashboards around the screen. So I could say, okay, I might want to make this one a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go and drag some of these around to go and improve the layout so I can have better visibility of my area. Just like that, and SAP Business One will resize, relay out the tiles according to how much space is available. When I'm happy with that, I simply go and click the check icon there, and then I'm back into being able to view the reports. So it's quite a useful, flexible tool. There are about 40 different tiles available out of the box as standard, but the really powerful point is that if there is something which is missing for you, you want to have some visibility over a certain aspect of your data, you can actually create new tiles specifically for you. A couple of tiles that's worth an extra mention here. First one being messages and alerts. So in Business One, we'll see a couple of things here. We have the concept of workflow in Business One. So, for example, if someone wants to go and make a purchase, create a purchase order, for example, we can go and have that go through an approvals process. So we can go and drill into this one here. So here we'll have a request for a document approval. This one in particular is for an AR credit note. We can go and drill into that and have a view of the approval. So we can look at that, we can see the message, please review. We could actually go and drill in to the document, have a little bit more insight as to exactly why this credit note is being raised. We can see the business partner it's for, we can see the amount it's for, and this one doesn't have a description, but we can have a description in there for that as well. If we're happy with that, we can go ahead and approve it and either move it on to the next stage. When all the stages have been complete, it will go back to the originating user to be added into the system. Okay, well, the next thing you will see in messages and alerts are actually alerts. So we have in Business One a system of notifying users of reports. So I have one here, for example, bill of materials, which comes from our production module that have changed today. So here you can see I have an overview of any items that have changed since the last time this report was run. And again, where you see these golden arrows in the system, that means that we have drill down functionality. So I can go in and see, click on this golden arrow, and it will open the item master data tab, or the bill of materials in this case. And I can then go and drill into the item master data screen from there and have an overview of what's changed since the last time. Okay. We also have activities in Business One. Activities can be assigned to users. You can manage your own activities within your diary system, and a list of those can appear within this window as well. We have another, let me just close this one. Another screen that we'll have here is the Common Functions window. And this is really a list of the common functions that we would have. So if you're a sales user, for example, you may often be in the sales quotation screen, the sales order screen, etc. And what we can do is we can go into our main menu structure here. We can look at the items. So for example, let's say in this case it's an AR credit note that I want to have quick access to. I can simply go and drag that over to the Common Functions screen, and from here I can simply click on that and have quick access to the areas of the system that I need. Okay. Another way to go and find the elements within the system that you need is simply by using this search feature on the main menu. So again, while I can drag items over to the Common Functions, there's maybe one that I don't have in my Common Functions window, but I want to go and access. So for example, if I'm looking for the item master data screen, I could simply begin to go and type that into here, and anything which relates to that text will appear. Any matches that we have in terms of menu items will appear in the main menu, and from there I could go and simply click and I can go and launch that screen. And we'll just set that back, and now we'll get access to everything again. So that's a little bit about the look of the application from the point of view of when you log in. But what does it do? So SAP Business One is a full end-to-end ERP solution. The modules that we see on the left-hand side here, these are all modules that come with the system. They're all fully integrated with each other. They're all switched on. There's no purchasing extra modules to be able to go and have to link in and configure these. The business logic already exists within Business One, and it's simply a case of whether you use it or not. So the first area we're going to have a look at is financials. So financials in Business One is integrated with everything else. So from sales order processing, purchase order processing, when we're creating documents in here, for example, goods received, purchase invoices, purchase credits, and the same on the sales side as well. What's happening is Business One will take these documents and make the relevant financial transaction on the back of those. So here we'll have the charts of accounts. These are arranged into a drawer structure so we've got our assets, liabilities here, we have some P&L accounts here, turnover, cost of sales, etc. And again, similar functionality, we have the drill down capability as well. So if I go and click on here my sales revenue domestic account, I can go in and actually drill into this account and have further detail as to how this balance is currently made up. And I can maximise that there to get a slightly better view. So from here, where we have a lot of information here, I can go and begin to filter this by either the date that it was posted to the system. So I might just want to have a view until 1st of March 2016. I might want to display the last 100 transactions rather than the last 50. Perhaps I want to go and display all of the transactions. And I might want to have a view as to whether the transactions are reconciled. And if I want to see all of these ones, I could simply uncheck that box and I could see absolutely everything. If I want to only see the things which aren't balanced with something else in the system, I'll tick on that box and have a view of essentially items that are outstanding. Okay. Onto the journal entry screen. So we have while the system, and I'll just go back to a previous one here. While the system will automatically create journals based upon any documents that have been created in the system, you also have the ability to go and manually create any journal entries that are required. So this one here, for example, we can see that this one has an origin which has a PU there. To simply see where this journal entry has came from, I can click again on this golden arrow and see the document that caused this journal entry to be created. If I was going from this AP invoice in this case and wanted to go and drill back the other way, I could simply click on this accounting tab and essentially do the same thing but in reverse. Go and see the resulting journal entry that has been created based upon this purchase invoice being posted to the system. Okay, so journal entries themselves, I can create a basic journal entry. I can create journals that can be reversed for accrual purposes. I can also, really with any kind of financial element in Business One, I could also use cost accounting as well, so that I can be attributing any of these financial transactions to cost centres and divisions and those types of things. Business One is a fully multi-currency system. So I could be setting up as many currencies as I would like, maintaining the exchange rates of those currencies, and I can both be buying and selling and doing any transactions in any currency that I would like to do. We have the capacity as well for budgets in Business One. So we'll have the budget setup area here. So we can set up various different budget scenarios. We can have multiple budgets, and we can go and examine the budgets based upon perhaps you would have a pessimistic or optimistic budget or a standard budget, and we can go and use these and report and select the relevant budget that we would like, and go and run reports based upon that. We have a number of financial reports. Reporting in Business One is very good. Out of the box, we have many reports in Business One. As you would expect in the financials, we have all of the kind of standard financial reports that you would expect to see. We have budget reports, we have cash flow reports, profit and loss statements, trial balance and balance sheet. So it's really very comprehensive in terms of the data that you can get back out of the system. So I'm going to move on to opportunities. So within Business One we have CRM capabilities. We have the abilities essentially to go and record potential sales and purchases, but potential, we'll have a look at sales here. So we can monitor the sales process, record it. So here we go, we can record things like the business partner it's against, start dates, expected close dates, values of the opportunity. We want to know what the potential revenue could be to our business, how much profit we're going to make on that, how far we are down the sales cycle as well. We can record extra intelligence as well. So where did we get the lead from? Was it from a particular project? What industry are they in? Do we have any competitors? Are we working with any particular partners on this opportunity? One key area within sales opportunities is the ability to record the sales process as it happens. So I can, here we have two stages that have occurred already. We have, I'll just expand this so we can see what this says. So we've already, with this customer, we've had a first meeting, and then we've proceeded to the quotation stage. And if we go and scroll along to the right hand side here, we can see that the amounts have changed as the opportunity has developed through the sales cycle. We also have the ability in Business One to go and attach activities to sales opportunity, and in fact actually to many objects within the system. So here we can see for this one stage in this sales opportunity, we have an activity which again we can go and drill down into. So I'm going to open this one, and we can see that this one says pricing. It doesn't have a lot more information in there, but you can see the capabilities that we have. So we can choose what the activity is regarding, in this case a meeting. What type of activity is it? Well, we have a lot defined here already. These are fully configurable as well. You can go and add ones that are specific to your business. Who has this activity been assigned to? So not only can I manage activities for myself, I could also do it for another person. And we have the whole information in there about dates, when the activity began, when it ended. Do we want to have a reminder set up as well? So we can have Outlook integration with these activities as well, and have these linked into your calendar. We could also link documents. So we've seen already a few documents within Business One. Do we want to go and link a document specifically to this activity? So all the sales, purchasing documents, banking documents, etc., we can go and link to these. And we could also add attachments, again, to an activity or to many other objects within Business One. So if we've visited a customer, for example, we need to have them sign some paperwork, we can go and attach a copy of that to here. If we had a signed contract from a customer, we might attach that to the business partner. If we had a design document, we might attach that to the item master data, and so on. Okay. What we also have, in a similar way that we can attach documents to activities, we can also do the same to the lines within the sales opportunity. So if we just scroll back along here, we can see now, because we went from the first meeting stage to the quotation stage, we now actually have a quotation in the system here, and this is actually been attached to this stage on the sales opportunity. To view that document, I can simply go and drill into this one here now, again using the golden arrow functionality. So we can see there that we are selling a black t-shirt large to this customer. That's our sales opportunity. If something changed, let's say we negotiate on the sales price, and we went and we went and changed that price, or the quantity changed, the nature of the sales opportunity changed. So it's now not worth as much as it was previously. I could simply go and update this here. And if I just go in and reattach this same document, 39. I think we'll update this one and then reattach it. We should see the value of the sales opportunity. So here we could see update amount and gross profit. We'll do that. Click yes to that, and we can now see that the potential amount of this sales opportunity has changed to match the value within the quotation. So everything's always integrated. All the information is always feeding back to give us an overview of exactly what's going on in the quickest way possible. So this is one particular sales opportunity. Naturally, we have a list of reports that goes along with sales opportunities. We have an opportunities report, stage analysis. We want to look at whether which opportunities we've won, which ones we've lost. For particular users, we can see which opportunities are still open, etc., etc., and we can go and have a look at the overall pipeline as well to give us the overview of everything that's going on. So this is everything that's in our sales pipeline, and we can begin to go and filter out elements that are not of or are of interest to us. So we can choose a certain range of business partners by codes. Do we want to look at the group that they belong to? Do we want to go and filter this based upon some properties that we have assigned against the particular business partner? Same with sales employees, dates, and so on. So we can not only have an overview of everything that's going on, but we can look at the parts that are important to us. Okay. Next module that we'll have in Business One, really the part that we tap in as an opportunity develops, is we now get to the stage where we want to go and sell something and fulfill a sales agreement. So we have a number of options here. We have a full sales cycle where we can go through from quotation stage, order. We can then represent the delivery to the customer, which will book the goods out of stock and get all the way to invoice and eventually a payment. So we can follow each of these steps. If, for example, your business doesn't do sales quotations, only deals with sales orders, perhaps goes straight to sales invoice all of the time, we can do that as well. It's not a requirement to go through every single stage in Business One. So I'll open the sales order screen here and we'll have a quick look at that. Okay, so first thing we need to do is I need to go and choose my customer. So I can click on this. I could either type in the codes or click on this and get a full list of the customers. So in this case, mine is Maxitech. Double click on there to choose them. Excellent. Now what is it that we want to sell to them? So again, I have this list option here, or I can type in the codes. So here, I don't know what the item number is in this case, but I do know what the description is. So I can begin to go and type in the description. In this case, I want to go and sell them this AC adapter. Okay. Let's say, for example, we want to go and sell 100 of those. And excellent. Okay, everything's fine there. Estimated time of shipping, we will set that to the 23rd. And it's asking me if I want to go and update the table rows. That's because in Business One we can have different delivery dates on every single line of the order, or we can use the delivery dates as per the document header here in this case. So yes, I'm happy with that. I do want to go and update it, and I'm going to add that to the document. Okay, and we'll have that added to the system. So as the sales order is fulfilled, what we'll do is we'll go and dispatch that from our warehouse. In order to do that, we can go and simply click a button here to copy it to a delivery. And what will happen is that we'll take all the information from the sales order and put it into a delivery document. If we wish here, so for example, we're not delivering 100, we're only delivering 80, we can do that. That's no problem at all. We can fully edit the delivery document as we go through here. Now that's added to the system. So what would happen here, and I'll just refresh this sales order. This would mean that we would have a balance of 20 to still deliver to this customer. So again, we can now go and copy this. Select the line first. And copy to delivery. Excellent. Now the system already knows that 80 have been delivered, 20 are still to be delivered, so by default it says, would you like to deliver these other 20, which is exactly what we want to do. So that's one side of creating documents based upon another, is we can take the base document and we can copy to the next document. What we can also do, so let's say we've made the deliveries, now we're ready to go and invoice this customer. So we'll open the invoice screen here. We'll select the same business partner, which again is MaxiTech. We also have the copy from functionality. So in this case, I want to create an invoice based upon a delivery, and that now asks me which ones I want to go and choose from. So in this case, although we did deliver it in 2 separate batches, I want to go and select both of these deliveries, and I want to go and create the invoice for both. So we'll have 80 and we have 20. I'm happy with everything there. I'm ready to go and add this one to the system now. Okay, and we can do that in Business One at every stage. We can split documents, we can fulfill parts, we can take sales orders, sales quotations, put part of that into the next document, and then we can go and consolidate at the end, or we can keep it on a one-to-one basis here. To get an overview of that, if I just go and right-click on here on the AR invoice and click on Relationship Map, and we'll just make that a little bit larger here, we can see that we began this process with a sales order. It went out into 2 deliveries, and then was consolidated back into one sales invoice again. If I want to look at any one of these particular documents, it's simply a case of double-clicking, and I can go and drill straight into those documents. So it's a very useful, powerful feature to see, okay, what was this invoice made up of? When were these goods delivered from a particular sales order, etc., etc. Okay. Purchasing, very similar process. Screens in Business One look very similar to each other, both on the sales side and the purchase side. So you can see here we have a purchase order which looks very similar to the sales order. We can have both service documents and item documents. So if you're, for example, purchasing some stationery or something similar, you may not have an item which exists in Business One for that, but you may still want to record the fact that you've purchased that, and you then owe your stationery supplier some money. So we would possibly suggest that you would do that using a service document. Okay, one other thing we have in Business One is the ability to show and hide various different fields. So we can see here in this case we have description, we have the GL account that this purchase relates to, VAT code, total, and we have a bunch of other fields here which may be of interest to you, may not be of interest to you. By going into form settings, we can actually decide what it is that we want to go and show and hide. So here, yes, I do want to go and see the total. But there's a few other columns here that I would like to go and hide. So blanket agreement does not apply for my business, and neither do the rest of these codes. The rest of these ones I'm happy with, so I'll keep those. And what Business One will do is we'll show and hide the columns based upon what you choose. It's worthwhile saying that this is only if you have access to this, if you have authorization to do so. If not, then you will be able to see what the super user or administrator dictates that you're able to see. So we also have business partners in Business One. And we'll go back to MaxiTech, the one that we fulfilled the sale for earlier. We can see here, so we have a whole bunch of information around this business partner. The name, which group they're in, VAT numbers, telephone numbers, all these kinds of things. Contact people, who are the contacts, all of the different information about them. The addresses, so we have both multiple bill to and ship to addresses. What payment terms, so what credit terms do we give these people? What price list are they based on? What's their credit limit? How is their pricing calculated? What bank are they using, which we can use to go record extra financial information, particularly on suppliers. Recording information on their bank is going to allow us to make electronic file transfer documents, which is going to allow us to go and integrate with our bank. So we can create a batch file of transactions, for example, payments that we would like to make to suppliers, and we can go and submit that to the bank and pay all of the suppliers based upon payments that have been created within Business One. Accounting, we can set all nature of things in there, from tax codes to the general ledger account. So for this one, for a customer, we can say, okay, which general ledger account do any debts that appear on this customer's account relate to, and we can map that back that way. We have, and not only within business partners, but within a lot of objects within Business One, we have the ability to use 64 predefined properties. So you can see in this case some of these ones are given a name. Most of them are generically named, but I can go in and change the names of all of these. So you can choose, for example, whether your customer is part of a buying group, there's some special arrangement with a customer that you would maybe like to record. You can give them all kinds of different properties. Perhaps they're in a special territory. Whatever you would like to go and do, you can record extra information about business partners in here. Remarks, really just a special notes section, and again attachments. So if we had a signed contract from a customer, we can record that information in there. I also have a quick drill down functionality into the customer's account. Again, a golden arrow here. I can quickly see what invoices they have. I can see all invoices over time, or I can see just the ones that are outstanding. If I want to go and get a graphical view of that, I can click on this little bar chart icon here, and I can go and see quickly and easily data relating to their account balance. Okay. So business partners also as well, we have customers, leads and suppliers all within the business partner section, simply with a flag saying which one each business partner belongs to. So we'll have a banking module in Business One, which deals with incoming payments, outgoing payments, and reconciliation of the bank accounts as well. Stock management feature within Business One. So we'll have a quick look at the item master data first of all. Okay, we're going to have a look at our AC adapter. So we have Descriptions, we can put items into groups, unit and measure groups, so we can have multiple units of measure in Business One. So if we buy in cases and sell in individual units, we can manage that whole process. Maybe we buy in linear meters and sell in square meters. We can manage barcodes. We can have all the different barcodes for all the different unit and measures captured in Business One. Information around whether manufacturers, batch and serial traceability as well within Business One. So within all the transactions where stock is moving, either goods in or goods back out again, or even through the production process, we can be choosing batch numbers and serial numbers that are involved in those transactions, and we could be tracking those through the whole system. We can set items to inactive when they become end of life, and we don't want to sell them or purchase them anymore. We can manage that within Business One. All host of who the supplier is, weights and measures, stock data, so we can have visibility within here as to how much stock we have. We can have as many warehouses as we like set up within Business One, and quickly see what the overview is in terms of what we have in stock, what we have committed, and what's on its way, and what we have available today. We can set minimums, maximums to manage our stock levels. Planning data. So within Business One, we have an MRP module, which I'm going to come on to a little bit more in a moment. But we could use that essentially to help us to purchase what we need for our business. We can record order intervals. How often would I like to buy it? Is there a multiple that I would need to buy? Do I need to always buy it in 50s? Is there a minimum that I need to buy, etc., etc.? Production data, so we have a production module where we can make items as well, so we can manage some of the properties around there. And again, we have our properties similar to the business partner comments, and we can make attachments again. This area on the right hand side here is something that we call in Business One user defined fields. So while all of these fields are standard out of the box fields, if there is some information, in this case on the item master data, that you would like to capture, so in this case, for example, label size is something that we would like to capture, and there isn't a box for that, we can create a box very easily and very quickly within Business One. So this one here is the text box. Again, we can have drop-down lists. We can choose from we can also have links, hyperlinks in there. We can have images that we will go and store in there. And so it's really quite flexible in terms of what we can do. Okay. On the warehousing side as well, bin locations. So we have the ability to go and divide our warehouses into different locations, sub-locations. So here we'll have warehouses. We can have multiple warehouses in Business One, and we can then split those into aisles, shelves, and levels. So I'll just go and bring up a full list here of all of the locations I have. Let's go to this first one here. So this one within Warehouse 5, this bin location specifically is in aisle A1, shelf S1, and level L1, which makes up this bin location code here. So we can put items into various bin locations. We can set restrictions on bin locations, which are maximum quantities, and we can have overviews by bin location as to what goods are in there, and we could also look at particular items and tell us all of the bin locations that they exist within. We can have stock transactions, so as well as the normal sales and purchase documents, we can manage transactions within the warehouse itself. So do we want to transfer goods from one warehouse to another? Do we want to go and receive in extra goods that were not part of a purchase transaction? Do we want to go and adjust for goods which came up as part of a stock counting transaction as well? So we can check, count stock, freeze off various bin locations, and make adjustments based upon what the actual stock is as well. Price lists, we looked at very briefly earlier, that we can attach a price list to a various customer. We have some additional functionality in there where we can, for various business partners, we can set discounts up where for particular groups of items, specific items, we can give them fixed discounts, fixed prices. We can do this over a certain period of time. We can give them volume discounts as well. All of those kind of things, very flexible. Pick and pack, there's a pick and pack manager within Business One, which allows you to take all of your sales orders and pick and pack them in the most efficient way around your warehouse. So you might have your warehouse divided into subsections and consolidate what you would like to go and pick in various areas, so that your staff are working as efficiently as they possibly can, and not wasting time making multiple trips around your warehouse in an inefficient manner. So of resources and production, we can handle production within Business One. Bill of materials, so we can store a list of materials that make up a finished product and the costs that surround that. I'll just go back to the previous one. So here we have a wheel handle. We can look at all the different elements that will make this up. We can choose which items make it up. We can choose some text here, which is just information to the production employee, and we could also choose resources as well. So we'll have resource management to capture the costs of any machinery that you use, and also any people that you're using as well. We can capture the costs of that into the finished product. Okay, next module we have is MRP. So this is really around what materials do I need to fulfill the demand for my business. So it's a wizard style interface. Essentially what we're doing there is we're saying, okay, what materials do I need to make up any production orders that I have within the system? What production orders do I need to fulfill any sales orders that are within the system? Or quotations, or however you would define that. And what materials would I need to go and purchase to go and fulfill all of these things? We could also incorporate forecasts within the MRP module as well. So that not only are you looking on the current demand, but the anticipated demands and what you would need to do to fulfill that. And looking at the lead times and order multiples that we saw earlier, we can be adhering to any agreements that we have in place with our suppliers as well. So the service module is the next one within Business One. We have a full service module where we can go in and record service calls against customers. We can be recording activities on what the call was around. Do we have to do any follow-up work? What was the cost to go and do any repairs that was perhaps involved in a service call? Customer equipment cards, so we can be tracing again on any items that we've sold to a customer. Where is that item? Is there any service contract on that item? Has it run out? Is it still active? And so on. Service contracts, we can store those on various different customers that we have agreements with. So that's, and the last main module that I want to show you is human resources as well. So it's really around capturing basic information around your employees, their names, job titles, who their manager is, the roles within the business, what holidays or sick days have they taken off, and again we have the usual drill back capabilities and remarks and attachments that we have within Business One. Okay, so the reporting in Business One, we have the reporting all through the system. I'm going to go in and show you one and show you how they actually work. So if I look at the sales report here, for example, and we're going to sales analysis. So here I have a wide selection on what I can do. I can look at this report by either customers, items, or sales employees. Thereafter, I can say, do I want to look at the report over the year, over the month, over the quarter? Is it for invoices or sales orders? And do I want to go and group it by the group of customers, or do I want to see every customer individually? I've got flexibility over what dates I want to see it. Do I want to see it by the payment date, which is the due date? And then do I want to go and then make further filters as well? So here I can choose, okay, I only want to see from this customer to perhaps this customer here. Do I want to go and filter based upon properties that we have on the customer? Do I want to go and choose this sales report only for a particular group of customers? Do I want to look at it by items? Again, all the same features. Do I want to make a secondary selection where I want to look at it by items but only want to see this for a range of customers? And when we go and run this report, again, we have all the functionality where we have all the drill backs. We have the sales amounts, quantities, gross profit, if you have authorization to look at that. Okay, and then we can start to filter this table. So we can choose in an Excel type style filtering process. So we can say, okay, the item description, it's either equal to that, it begins with something, so we can look at sales amounts. So we perhaps don't want to look at the small sales amounts in this case. So we can say greater than £15 in this case, and run that filter, and it will exclude everything that we're not really interested in. When I'm happy with that report, I can go and press the export to Excel button, and I can either further manipulate it within there, or I can go and send it on to whoever needs to go and see that. So we have these style of reports within Business One where we have the flexibility to do that. It's really quite powerful because you have access to all of your data within the system. If there is some data that you want to have a look at that there isn't quite a report for it within Business One, we can actually go within the query wizard. So the query wizard really gives you access to everything within the system. So if I just go and choose from this list here, we can see all of the listed tables that we have within the system, both by description and by name. So here I'm looking at AR invoice. This is the one that I want. And I'm going to go into the next stage here. So I can make some sort orders here, and I can choose whether I want to go and group them. Choose what fields that I want to see. So here in this case, I perhaps want to see who the business partner is. We'll do this one by name. So I want to see the code, I want to see their name, I want to see the currency that the invoice was posted in. And I want to see what the document total is. Okay, and I can make some display conditions here as well. And essentially the query wizard will generate the corresponding query that I would need to go and run that. So this is the result of that, and within a few seconds there, I've quickly went and managed to generate a list of the invoices. So I may need who the sales employee is in addition to that report, and I could do that. I can go and save that report, and I could actually go and create an alert so that I can go and send that to my colleagues or to any other interested party as well. Okay, one additional area of reporting that we'll have within Business One is the drag and relate functionality. So if I, for example, here open up business partners, Again, we'll go to Maxitech and choose them. And when we go into the drag and relate functionality, let's say, for example, I want to see all of the sales order details. So that's the lines within a sales order, but only for this one customer. I could simply go and click on their code, the business partner code, and drag that over to the sales order details. What that will do is that will go and look at every line on every sales order and give me a summary of all of those sales order lines, but only for that one customer. And there we'll have it there. And I can go and then sort this. I could export it to Excel and so on and so on. So when we'll have all of these transactions within the system, we'll have all the business partners, all of the sales orders, the incoming payments, outgoing payments, production orders, etc., etc. We have one final way of navigating this, which is really powerful tool. Now it's worth saying this is only available in the version for SAP HANA, and it's called Enterprise Search. How do I access that? By clicking on this magnifying glass here. I can say, so let's say, for example, we are looking for, again, the business partner, Maxitech. We're not sure whether we typed it in with a hyphen or a space. So if I simply typed in Max, I will get a search result window with everything which matches that criteria throughout the whole system. So whether it's an item, whether it's a business partner, whether it's any transaction that has something in the comments which matches that, I will have something. So here we could see it's by default it's taking me to the activity screen here. I already have a lot of activities within the system for Maxitech, but I can actually go and look through this categorized list on the left hand side here to see anything which might match what I'm looking for. So I can go and look here. So for example, there are items and some of these have something to do with NAX somewhere within the item. If I'm looking for business partners, which is really what I'm looking for in this case, I could say, right, okay, here I have two. I could go and untick the supplier because I know that it's a customer that I'm looking for, which leaves me with only one result here, which is actually Maxitech. I can go and hover over this here to get a little bit more information on the business partner. So here I can now see who the contact person is, what their address is, etc. And if I want to go and drill in further, I can look at the business partner master data screen by simply clicking within the enterprise search result. So it's a really powerful system, really easy to navigate, and you can have access to your data very quickly without having expert knowledge of how to navigate and have to remember things. Okay, so this has been just a brief look and feel overview of SAP Business One. What I would like to say is if anyone wants to have a more in-depth view on any parts of the system, please contact us and we would be more than happy to arrange that for you. Okay, so I would like to thank you for looking at this video. And again, any questions that you have, please contact us. We'd be more than happy to field those for you. Okay, thanks again. Goodbye now.